presently enter game number 1 between EG and BetBoom, who are on opposite sides of the map currently. Cinderin.
Thank you for the excellent voice acting. Very,
Thank you, young man.
yeah. You may stop.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot to unpack here. This is pretty interesting. So mid Legion Commander is kind of a special for EG. They're the only team really that runs this, and I found it to be very polarizing. Like some games, C-Smile does great. Other games, it's like, why on earth did they even pick this hero to begin with?
Yep.
He's going to be laning against GPK on another hero we haven't cast at all this tournament. You and I, the Death Prophet, will be going mid up against him. Wonder how big a part of this is just straight up the matchup and how much of it is that they see something else here. This doesn't strike me as an obvious DP game, because as the panel pointed out, she can get dueled and blasted. She has no defensive support to save her, like an Oracle or Shadow Demon.
Yep.
And I find that this hero actually suffers quite a bit against Rupture, which might seem ironic because you're like, oh, well, she can just stand still and use Siphon and have her ult running, but DP actually moves a lot during fights in order to deal
very
her
fast.
damage. Yes. So I can't help but feel like there was a better pick here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what GPK is going to bring to the table to make this look really great. Definitely a curveball, though. There's no way EG expected it.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, C-Smile will be playing Legion mid, which excites me greatly, of course. Now that the support Legion is just dead in the water, very happy that she's core again, Cinderin. And we'll see how he ends up faring in this game. I mean, there are going to be some challenges. You have Glimpse to worry about. I mean, actually needs quite a few items to actually be able to lock people down easily. I think BKB being the main one.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this hero, when played as a mid, just needs a lot of things to come together. And I think the biggest upside here that I see is the Darkseer pick, actually. Oh, Pure is in a world of hurt.
He's dead.
Super dead. Not even close to living there. I mean, this is a really hard Doom lane. You're playing against Undying, and then the carry is Bloodseeker. So Bloodseeker is always going to just be able to sustain any harass you output in the lane with your Infernal Blade and your Scorched Earth. And he's going to get some pot shots in on you here and there, and then ultimately get the kill. Will happen there. C-Smile, unfortunately, missing the overwhelming odds there on the creep wave. Obviously, not ground target anymore. You're casting it around yourself, so you need to know the range by heart.
Top lane, we're going to see a trade of kills as both Toronto, Tokyo, and Matthew take a death each. So both supports.
If he dies again.
Pure, not again. Blast off, beautifully done, but it's not going to prevent the kill onto Pure.
Oh my god, taking that CS is
sticky bomb.
insanely greedy. What the hell?
Panda, is he going to be taken out by Save as well? Another right click might do it, but the decay is there to give him a little extra HP.
Sticky bomb will kill him if he lands it.
Save, he runs right into him, and this should be a sticky. Doesn't even need to bother. We'll just right click, so 2 kills there for Save, essentially. I mean, at least he gets XP for both.
He was trying to kill the range creep for a little bit of heal, of course, because of with his passive, but I think he took an extra tower shot or 2 to get that CS, so I think in the end it wasn't. Oh my. Wait.
What is the start of this game?
I mean, Save has 9 sticks, so he's not going to be killed off here by Picasso, but he's definitely playing with fate here.
Yeah, well, either way, Pure is the one that's off to a horrific start. 2 deaths already, had to walk back to lane. It is a hero that can farm a lot, so there is comeback potential in that respect, but they need to get that lane sorted in some capacity. And you can see mid lane GPK 18-4 versus the 15-3 C-Smile, so essentially even or close to it if C-Smile can get these couple of creeps here under the tower. Is there a point where DP, I know you haven't seen this matchup yet, but would you think there's a point where DP can force Legion out of the lane early?
I wouldn't think so. I think it's more about what does Legion do when Exo gets popped for the tower, right? Like how good are you at defending it? I guess you're okay. Trying to wrap my head around the overwhelming odds plus the swap around of the skills essentially with how you skill build a mid Legion, whether just sustaining becomes a problem at some point. Is gonna grab a water in here. So at least for now, I don't think Legion's in any immediate trouble until maybe a level 6. But of course, any sort of rotation is way more DP favored than Legion. Legion doesn't have any kill power against DP until level 6. Whereas, let's say Techies ganks mid, C-Smile could be in a lot of trouble really fast. Or Disruptor, really. Either support can come gank here. He's going to steal that bounty ring. Very nice.
Save with the sticky bomb.
The save is level 4.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Toronto is going to get chased under the tower by Whisper, who's just getting pounded by Nightfall on the backside. And he's going to be punished really hard. Doesn't even find the support kill he was looking for. Meanwhile, mid lane, Spirit Siphon from GPK has a level advantage right now onto C-Smile.
Okay, he might be able to bully him out just now then. Level 5 might be the breaking point where it becomes too much. Where it becomes overwhelming for the Legion, but not in her favor. C-Smile will not go back to base though. He did still stick around somewhat, but definitely feeling the pain a little bit. Still, his CS is okay, but mainly the denies from GPK should lead to a much faster level 6 on that Death Prophet, and curious to see if GPK is even going to skill his ult. We've seen mid DPs sometimes not get it until later in the game, like level 9. We've seen 404s. We've seen ult skilled at level 6 immediately. We've seen a silence value point sometimes. I personally feel like not skilling ult on DP on level 6 is very situational. You need to have a good reason to justify it. See a kill here. C-Smile.
C-Smile, Spirit Siphon. He has to pop the Fairy Fire. And
all right,
GPK still bullies him out. And C-Smile, the scan comes out as Nightfall getting pushed out for the time being against these two supports, Matthew and Panda teaming up with that Ion Shell. And Nightfall, is this actually going to be a kill?
Yeah,
he has Arcane Bolt as well, so yeah. Wow, two supports, and actually there. Whisper does get credit for that because of the Ion Shell. That's very nice for him.
Call back to yesterday with that, but obviously concussive shot. Not grenade, Shannon.
Did I say grenade again?
No, you didn't. I said concussive grenade, but you didn't hear it because you don't listen.
There's a reason for that. C-Smile is glimpsed back, still only level 5. Exorcism, Blast Off, keeps C-Smile in place, and 3 members of BetBoom do successfully take out the Legion.
Textbook gank. DP hits 6, you have Siege Creep Wave. It doesn't get much better than this. Both supports come in, kill him off. He's going to lose his tower minute 6 here. I don't think anyone can TP in and defend this. They don't have resources on Sky. They don't have resources on the Darkseer. Wonderful stuff here from BetBoom. Great play call.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, super good.
And a 6.5 minute tower in the mid lane. Yep. We'll see if BetBoom are able to snowball that into a major advantage as the 7-minute Wisdom runes are upon us.
Oh, this will be fun. Let's see if we can...
Matthew, he's going to get silenced so he can't pick it up. These two done. And it looks like it's going to be a trade as Matthew will likely fall here. Toronto will die shortly after to Whisper. And yeah, first duel of the game. Nice setup overall.
Nice and fair fight.
Yeah, why not? It's
full
10
HP
damage.
Legion against 10% health Disruptor with no resources. Wonder who's going to win.
As long as you're not stealing damage, right? It's just additive. You're creating it out of thin air.
Michael Jordan against me in basketball. Wonder who's going to win.
Well, I don't. He's pretty old now. So.
Yeah, so am I.
True.
Oh, there used to be a tower here.
Well, that'll provide some space for C-Smile to farm.
That was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
He wanted to get ganked and lose his tower, so he could have more space.
We can see on the minimap, BetBoom corralling their troops again to try to go for this kill. C-Smile will try to TP out knowing that the glimpse is down, but the blast off cancels it out. He's able to take off the sticky bomb, but just too much damage from BetBoom right now. And C-Smile, I mean, talk to me about Legion as a core. How important is it to get off to a good start?
I think it's more important mid than it is offlane almost, because you're given higher priority by the team, right?
Right.
Like if you're meant to be one of the playmakers in this game, so I think him being stifled like this is massive.
Oh, because
BetBoom,
the smoke is gonna break, and he's gonna have no vision until the right in his face gets off the rupture, and he's gonna get glimpsed and die. And the rupture onto Toronto, who can just sit tight. And with the Exo popped, I would assume that BetBoom want to at least pressure this tier 1 bot a bit.
Looks like it. Gonna stand in this corner.
Classic.
We'll be able to damage the tower here. The ghosts are very clever.
They are. They have mind of their own.
Yep.
What unit historically in esports is Exorcism based off of Cinderin? You can do it.
Ghost.
Nope. Carriers. Brood War. That's right.
I'm going to go with Ghost.
Top lane, we're going to have some action. Toronto Tokyo and Save on the high ground with GPK as well. They put down the Static Storm, and they get Undying. You're very excited about that one. But they're going to get vacuumed, and they're going to be dueled by C-Smile. They're just going to get a second kill on top of that.
It was a
As
trap
this
the other
time,
way.
EG able to set the trap successfully. Save with the blast off. But now they're going to get the vision, and Pakaz will claim his prize.
I thought you were going to appreciate that. You know that's a reference, right?
What did you say?
It's a trap. You know that
It's
one.
from Star Wars.
It's from something, all right?
It was a trap, though,
Yep.
to a degree.
But who got trapped?
I think BetBoom.
Yeah, they felt really good about that one, that setup, right? They had the mines set up, they had the vision, but EG had the numbers.
Oh, look at this stack that they're taking.
Oh, that's juicy. You want a custom sound for that one?
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't think that's safe for work. I would say that would be a TI line, but that's too sexual, so we can just forget that one.
Blizzard does it in card games.
If they want to get 30 million this year, they can use that voice line. They'll get there. Let me tell you.
Probably going to get sued. It sounded too much like a Murloc.
It actually did. That's true. And it's a team effort here.
I love some family farming. It's the best.
Yep,
fun for the
split it
whole
off.
family. And,
a lot of creeps.
More fun for Pakaz than the rest, I'm assuming, because he keeps his health. But, you know.
Indeed.
Anyway. Yep, that was a big sequence there for EG. They get a couple of nice kills. They get a dual victory. They farm that stack. And very important, again, for C-Smile to be brought into the game like this. He's now level 9. And suddenly, EG find themselves with the top 2 net worths. And the kill on GPK, of course, big. He was worth a lot there, high level. He had a 3-0 streak. And this hero is very, what's the word for this? I guess snowball is just a standard way of saying it, but Death Prophet, you know what I mean when I say there's some heroes in Dota, when you die twice almost?
Yeah.
You know what I mean with that? Death Prophet kind of falls into that category. She can very quickly fall behind. Even if she has a great start, just a couple of deaths and you just miss that curve.
Panda's going to die once.
Well, that's for sure. He could have definitely died twice there. Wonder if they were allowed to hit him for 10 seconds, how many times they could have killed him there. Probably like 5.
At least.
Yeah. A lot of overkill damage there.
Well, if he keeps respawning, I think it's just indefinite.
Oh, C-Smile.
Yep. He is thunderstruck by Toronto Tokyo. Glimpse back into the river. Silenced up and Spirit Siphon. He's not going to be stuck inside the kinetic field, but they should be able to take him out, and they do. Mystic Flare doing a decent amount of damage, but Save able to sidestep it a bit. He's going to go down before putting down a couple mines, which Pakaz will just run right through so he can heal up on the creeps. 2K lead here for BetBoom. And haven't really talked about Pure too much because he was dying a lot. He just picked up his Midas after going Vanguard. So the catch-up will start now.
Yeah.
I mean, all things considered, 12.5 minutes to have Vanguard Midas.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're pretty happy.
Definitely. Considering how he started out in the lane by dying twice in the first few minutes, this is a solid recovery. He's way ahead of the Legion Commander, for example. Like, pretty much the entire net worth lead of BetBoom is just that matchup mid, right? Death Prophet is ahead by 1,600 against that LC.
And the wraparound from
BetBoom. Further. This is a pretty cool
move.
Into the
ancient stack, Pakaz gets Yulzed into the Static Storm. Blastoff will keep him in place. And he is going to be brought to his knees. And they have a little double stack here they could potentially take, but not sure if they want to.
Well, they'll get some of it at least. If they stick around, there's a Wisdom Rune in 40 seconds. They have Exo to fight it with. They consider that worth their time, but looks like that is not going to be the play call for BetBoom. Just going to back off and take their little win. I say little. Killing Pakaz is pretty big, actually.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, we're highlighting all these plays that are happening, but what is not really being shown on camera is just Terrorblade and Doom are literally just completely untouched. There's absolutely free farming both of them.
I would
Nightfall is
say
having the time of his life.
Darkseer as well is in that category.
Absolutely. But Darkseer's matchup against Doom is pretty precarious, right? Like, historically speaking, you would actually lane Doom against Darkseer to just devour the Ion Shell creep, but obviously the bigger deal is Darkseer's itemization usually is very aura heavy, and your auras don't matter when you're doomed. So
yeah, that is true.
A lot of your utility will be stacked onto one guy, and it makes for a very easy target for Pure to look for in this game. He will have a Crimson Guard, speaking of auras, coming out. A decent item against the Legion Commander, against Bloodseeker, against the wall.
Smoke from EG. Ooh, C-Smile pops, and you can see the vision here from BetBoom.
Yeah, this is a nice little nook they found here for the techies. Now they know Darkseer's here because of that Ion Shell being cast.
And Whisper.
Oh, they're just going to leave.
Trickling his way in. Toronto Tokyo is spotted and dueled. Doesn't seem like a long TP, actually.
Yeah, I think he TP'd to the same tower as someone else, or he would have made that. Or he was TPing on an outpost. I didn't notice, but that was absolutely a long one. Another find for C-Smile. Up to 38, pardon me, dual damage.
Oh, he took the talent, I assume? Yeah.
Yes, that's why I said 30 to begin with, but the last one was worth a bit more.
Yep, he'll start stacking those up real soon. So, yeah, Blink Dagger obviously revealed there. And, I mean, what do you like to see on Legions in a game like this? Blade Mail?
Yeah, Blade Mail's very good against Death Prophet.
Do you need to go BKB, I would assume? It's kind of a weird, I
wonder if you can go Ags in this game.
If you get enough damage, maybe? I mean, Ags is so... We've casted games where this is purchased, and it screws over your team in some cases.
But that was in the old version,
It
right?
was different,
When
slightly.
it was fully blocking everyone else. Now it's half, I believe, right? When you have Ags, your teammates deal half damage, and so do the enemy team.
Yeah, I believe so.
You also get the CDR, which is kind of nice. You cut it by, is it 20 seconds? Yeah. It's definitely not the best Ags in the world, but...
You would go that second?
No, I think Blade Mail's a given, but he could maybe get it after... I'm just thinking, like, again, if you blink duel the Terror Blade with Blade Mail on and his teammates are only helping for half, maybe he just dies and...
Well, Panda's dead. Oh, well, looks like he died before his body even technically arrived there.
I don't know. I think that...
I would love... I mean, I don't think he's going to do it, but I would love to see the Ags.
It's wishful thinking. I think it's probably just going to be Blade Mail BKB, right? But if the game goes late enough, I do think it becomes appealing, to be honest. Because if he gets farmed enough and he can win the fight, he gets a really long lockdown on either Terrorblade or Death Prophet, and he's going to be very hard to kill. Nice play call here from BetBoom. This is very safe. The waves are pushed out far. They have a very good lineup for doing this with Exo and Terrorblade.
Yeah, pretty early Roche. But they will claim the Aegis. And that inherently puts them in the lead at the moment. As Scotty is going to be the next item for the TB. C-Smile is opting for the Blade Mail, so no big surprise. There's a scan that comes out. Who scanned there? I think it was BetBoom, so they know that C-Smile's here.
Oh.
He's going to be spotted. He's going to be blasted inside that static storm. Actually healing up quite a bit with his passive, but in the end, Nightfall catches up and rips him a new one.
BetBoom comes to the logical conclusion as well that there must be a ward here since he's farming that camp. So gave him that false feeling of safety, but with the scan and the ward they placed themselves, they had full information. They grabbed themselves a nice easy
and I don't
there.
think they're going to de-ward the ward either, because it's not that close.
Yeah.
Unless they put a new one here. Well, we'll see. Well, the Aura Machine, Mr. Whisper, has the pipe online and will be going for a Crimson Guard. And of course, we haven't really seen, I mean, he just got the Blink Dagger a couple minutes ago, but the Mystic Flare dual combo, tried and true combo from days of old. And we'll see if they're able to get that dual damage up. I assume once the Blade Mail is fully online for C-Smile, that's kind of go time to just try to find pickoffs every time duel's available.
Yeah, gotta still be careful with the counterplay from BetBoom though. Until you have BKB, you can get blast off, you can get glimpsed when you duel. If you go on one of the supports, the kill might happen too fast, but definitely not a clean hit necessarily. Panda leading the charge here. They want to get some information and finally get toward Nightfall, but He would honestly be a pretty bad duel target. I think dueling him right now is actually a really poor decision from EG, so let's see if they avoid that trap, because he has Aegis, and his teammates are definitely going to be connecting.
Yep, well, they're going to duel somebody else, and it is an easier one in Toronto, Tokyo. But Metamorphosis is popped along with the Exo. So it looks like BetBoom want to fight as the wall is still up. Doing a decent job there, but GPK running down members of EG. Matthew's dead, make it Panda as well. So 2 supports for 1.
Nightfall really wants to Sunder here.
Yeah, they don't really have a whole lot of catch now that the Disruptor is dead. The end of the fight.
Did get a showcase there of how annoying it is to get ruptured as DP. She looked like she had some chasing potential for extra kills, but gets ruptured, just stands still, BKB's TV's out. Didn't want to take the fight to Pakaz and C-Smile together. So very quiet game from Pure. The fact that this is going so well for BetBoom without really needing to get their offlaner involved is a very healthy sign for them.
But look at his net worth. He's certainly catching up.
Oh yeah, for
Nightfall
sure.
very low right now.
Gets to farm a lot, so...
Can't take that
all right, it's a BetBoom game. It's time to go and die to... Oh wait, never mind. That's not BetBoom. That's 9 pandas that always die to the Tormentor, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's low, he's next to the Tormentor, it is time. But wrong team.
C-Smile is going to get surged, but blocked in by the kinetic field, so no play there. And Aegis still with another minute 30. A lot of times we see these really early Aegises not really used because you just don't have the itemization yet or the levels to actually push through the tier 2s. But that just means that we're likely to see later Roches, the 3 and potentially 4, depending on how long this game goes.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like, unless it's a complete mega stomp in the laning stage, that right now in this patch, the team that's ahead, kind of methodical in nature, you just need to get that second Roche. That's when you go high ground, third Roche, end the game. At least a lot of the games that we've cast have been that way.
Yeah, I mean, Dota has been that way for quite a long time.
Yeah, the last couple years, for sure.
And
but it's interesting because I didn't feel like it was like that when the patch first came out, 7.33, because everybody's just doing weird, different stuff, and now it's kind of... Yeah, the Roche pits are on a different side, but it's kind of the same idea, right?
Yeah, it's what usually happens when you get a huge switch up like this, that people get overwhelmed. So there's way too many new things going on at once. You break it down step by step, you simplify, you start understanding patterns, and then once you understand those patterns, you build strategy, right? So the first couple of weeks, the teams were all over the place, to be honest, and now it's been a lot more refined. And that has, I mean, it will always just be, as long as Roshan is in the game, he's going to be a very integral way of how you win. Because Aegis is just the most powerful item in the game, right? It's an extra life. You can't get that in any other way, so it's the...
No, that's not true. There's Wraith King and there's Undying.
Okay, well, imagine if Roche wasn't in the game, how difficult it would be to break high ground, for example, on average, right?
This is hard doing. Yeah, there's a reason that Roche is in the game, for sure.
And there's a reason that it feels like the games follow a pattern where you kill Roche and you go for the push because it is the natural way of building an advantage as the attacker.
Trying to go high ground without Aegis, it feels almost impossible against tons and tons of lineups.
There's just a huge inherent advantage of being the defending team in a game like Dota. You have positional advantage, you have vision advantage, you have buyback advantage. So there has to be something the attacking team can get, and that's why you need it to win the game.
Yeah, I thought that would be block of cheese, but we haven't really seen that.
Panda.
He's spotted. He's stunned.
On the receiving end of
He is dead. And, oh, we actually have a dual target. It's going to be the Doom, and Pure does fall. So more damage to C-Smile. Static Storm is keeping him in place there. He's getting slowed, but he should be able to walk away unless GPK really wants to go in deep. You see the Blood Right coming. Going to be connected on the TB.
This is a good fight for EG right now.
Yeah, see if they're able to get the jump. The lower these heroes get, Pakaz is going to be even scary. He's surged up. He can't even tell it because he's so fast already. There's the Exorcism finally popped as the Sunder comes through onto C-Smile. He's just casually right-clicked down by Nightfall. And the blink from GPK, trying to use this Exo as effectively as he can. The Crimson Guard onto Pakaz. Not really going to block the Exorcism Ghost, but definitely dissuades BetBoom from going any further, so they try to do a soft reset. Blast off from Save, gonna completely whiff.
That was a real Team Rocket one right there. Hit absolutely nothing.
Trying to TP out, but the vacuum is there to cancel, and now Panda will survive the Crypt Swarm. And now BetBoom likely on the run.
Yeah, let's see if GPK finds a way out of here. He's out of mana. He should be okay. He's very, very fast. Dagger, Yules.
A lot of staggering. It was a pretty cool fight, actually.
Yeah. And in the end, I think EG should be pretty happy with that one. They found the dual victory against Doom to start things off after they lost their Undying. And yeah, they end up losing C-Smile in the end, but a lot of resources expended from BetBoom. Their ults are down, no Sunder, no Exo, no Meta.
I mean, that's the one thing we didn't really mention. From the cores from BetBoom, all 3 ults, well, let's just assume Metamorphosis is effectively
they're
the
very
ult.
cooldown reliant, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you can definitely take advantage of that until the eventual refreshers come out, if the game goes that long.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons that historically I haven't been the biggest fan of Terrorblade and Death Prophet playing together in the same team, because if you take one bad fight and you've used all of your stuff, you're just inherently at a significant disadvantage for the next 2 minutes. If there's a Roche, if there's a tower fight, if there's sort of meaningful objective or map control being taken. However, you could also look at it from the opposite side, that when you switch it on big time. These heroes together are insane for 40 seconds. So if you can make the most of it, I've seen this kind of lineup both succeed specifically because of the way they work together, but also fail for the same reason. So it's going to be very interesting to see how EG adjusts to that as this game progresses. Like you said, refreshers will offset it a lot later down the line, but definitely.
Oh, even potentially the Ags on TB, right? That gives you, what, 10 seconds or something like that of meta?
Gives you a bit more time. You generally don't buy that until like 5th or 6th item, though, or you get it from Roche.
Considering how fast the first Roche was taken, we might
be
seeing that not too far in the future.
Need to kill it on the right side, though, if he ever wants that aid.
Very true.
Ags.
And Roche is up.
And his first death was top. And when he dies top, he's very likely to spawn top again, depending on when you kill him in his cycle, since his respawn time averages 9.5 minutes. So if you kill him, let's say around the middle of the nighttime, he's more than likely spawning there again at nighttime.
I wonder how different it would be if it just alternated.
Yeah.
But that's for another time of theory crafting. BetBoom versus EG. Only a 3K lead for BetBoom, so a very, very close game. And that's with Doom on their team, so it's probably just close to dead even.
Yeah, you could argue. Darkseer is a very deceptive hero because a lot of the time his net worth can be worth way more than he is, than it would seem. Obviously, if you get a wall illusion of Terrorblade, your hero is worth a lot all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Your aura items can have massive impact compared to their overall cost, and your kit in general is extremely powerful. That's why I was pointing out earlier that Doom really wants to get the Doom onto him whenever possible.
Second Roche, but this time EG might be prepared.
Yeah, they seem ready this time around.
They're in the area.
He's so close to Butter, but he won't get it in time.
And they're actually, are they going to smoke? Yeah, they're going to smoke up now. But Roche already at half HP. They got to get there pretty quick. He's actually farming the creeps to get some neutrals in the meantime as the smoke is popped. Pure. All right, they get the Static Storm kinetic field. It's only on the one, but it's mostly blocking off the rest of the team as there's the Blade Mail coming out from C-Smile with the dual victory, but the Aegis and Cheese go to BetBoom. Can they get out? Do they want to fight? Nightfall is actually just going through the gate, but he gets vacuumed back. Matthew, he's going to take the brunt of the damage as a result of this, but they will claim the Aegis now. And that means no meta for Nightfall. He gets off the BKB, will be able to TP out. So somewhat costly from BetBoom as he's actually going to get chased. Pakaz continuing on. Do they have the vision? There's the Sunder onto Pakaz. Gets out the blood right. Finally pops the BKB, trying to right-click his way through, and he'll be successful. GPK aimed to save his comrade.
There, right?
What's that?
I think he used a big Lotus. He healed a ton before he got the kill. And obviously hit really, really fast as well.
Yeah, could have been. Could have been.
This will do nice.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, he did. It was actually a greater healing Lotus. It was the biggest one.
I don't know if I like that from BetBoom, the way they approached this by placing Doom out there as as just a sponge. I think do that with the Disruptor, right? Like your Doom is way too important in this fight to just sacrifices like a little blocker to protect the Roche effectively. If that was the disruptor they found to begin with instead of the Doom, because they're just going to duel and blast it and be like, hell yeah, you know, let's snowball the fight. There's a big piece out of there. It's a lot of safety for Darkseer, allowed him to go in and get a reliable Vac Wall in the Terrorblade and really snowball the fight. You could have definitely organized that a little bit better as BetBoom with that pick.
Yeah, feels like they kind of threw the Roche out of the window.
Yeah, they have a cheese, which is, it's definitely valuable to have this on the Death Prophet. I'm assuming he will keep it. He could pass it over to the Doom if he wants, but it is nice on the DP as well. But it's just, yeah, it left you wanting more when you saw that play. It was like, that could have definitely been a little bit cleaner. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Literally 0 damage.
Fuck you, Pure. It was a little bit of a limit test there. It's like, you're going on our side of the map, by the way. You should be very scared.
Yeah. Here's a tickle. Tickle, Mr. Doom. Now, see how the cheese comes into play for BetBoom, but otherwise still back to a pretty damn even game.
Yeah.
And it's all about that third Roche, of course, but I think it's going to be nighttime again when that's up, so it'll be the refresher shard.
And it also feels like with EG's game plan, I think the way this game is progressing, the Bloodseeker is starting to look more and more dangerous because the fights naturally are quite chaotic and there's a lot of just random damage being done by Skywrath, by Tombstone zombies, by Bloodrite, Ion Shells, you know, all this stuff is just ticking in the fight. And the longer it goes, the scarier Pakaz is getting here. And he's one of the carries that has the best matchup against Terrorblade late game. You can just man up and fight him.
Oh, they're going to pop Exo. They want to fight instead as the Doom onto the Darkseer, so no Vac Wall to come. But the Bloodseeker has arrived. He's doing quite a bit of damage, but they're going to lose her Undying first. Static Field, or Static Storm rather, used. Not to much effect, though.
Should be a minimum 1 Glimpse kill here.
Oh, but they Glimmer Cape.
They're actually, okay.
They're not going to find anything. So Meta popped, Exo popped, Doom popped.
That is an amazing result for EG. Holy. They got out of there with 1-5 death with all of that. I was sure they were going to be able to connect on a Glimpse, but they got the full-on disengage. Very well done by them. That's a win for EG for sure.
Of course. Expect an EG smoke any moment now.
Absolutely. You're way, way ahead for the next minute and a half. No Exo, no Meta. Wait, where did the cheese go?
Must have popped it, I guess?
Had to use cheese? I mean, how much can they win that fight without getting a kill is the question. Like, he must have used it. They don't have it on anyone, so he was pressured enough in that fight to use the cheese. All right, let's see what EG do with this.
Well,
looks like
Panda's going to be
things
spotted.
Never change.
Yep. Well, he's going to live, actually.
Right,
force out a TP, but the Glimpse Whisper is out of there after a casual single vacuum. And BetBoom.
It's so funny when you're getting Glimpse, you're like, oh, man. All right, I'll throw everything I have. I guess he didn't wall. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
The most inconsequential vacuum cast of all time.
Yeah, probably.
He effectively just made Doom trip over his shoelaces for a moment. And then that was that. Very uneventful
But
moment.
pretty smart play from BetBoom, forcing TPs out, able to get out without losing any members, means you buy more time for these ultimates to come back.
They did lose their top tier 2, though, but I think that was inevitable.
Yeah, that was going to happen anyway.
Yeah. So, you're right. Making their own aggressive move there to set the pace definitely works as a defensive measure almost. Panned out here playing Minesweeper.
Exo and Doom back up in 30, so BetBoom are about to be ready to fight again.
They bridged the gap. Is it Tormentor time?
Well,
they're pinging it. Terrorblade's like, hey guys, remember which patch we're playing? And they're like, yeah, but I don't care about my shard. Do you care about yours?
It can't be correct for them to do this late for both teams, right? I don't think either of them have done any.
I think reactive Taser Shard is actually really good on Doom. So let's see if they get that one. They do not. Lucky. Unlucky.
Well,
better luck.
Tokyo will get his. So extra Thunder Strikes. I mean, it's really good for vision, if nothing else, to get these massive glimpses off, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's definitely the more underwhelming shards in Dota right now.
The interesting thing is also the cast range actually makes this, the range of this is longer than the range of Blink. So if he sees Legion, he can stop the Blink duel. He can just cast a Thunderstrike on her from 1600 range.
Yeah, that's true.
If he's attentive about that, that will be interesting. Because usually, sure, Glimpse also has longer range, but it has travel time, and this is instant, so... Shivas Guard
Shivas,
completed here for GPK. Big item. He's eyeing up a Nullifier on Death Prophet. Interesting. Obviously a good way for him to be able to lock on his target and stay there. They're also... They were queuing on up on the Terrorblade, but I guess they just talked about it and changed their mind. So Terrorblade went the MKB and he's now going Pike. So I guess it's Death Prophet's job to be the disabler, essentially, if you think about it that way, together with the Doom.
How does the Nullifier work with the spirits? Doesn't proc, right? Is it only right clicks?
I don't think it does anything.
Okay. That would be kind of crazy. Like all these little instances of damage. Constantly slowing.
Smoke on smoke action, but doesn't look like they're going to run into each other unless, maybe,
yeah,
Matthew.
TP's out. But concussive shot being used to scout out the old Doom.
EG come out ahead on that fight. They did 150 damage. BetBoom did 0.
That's a massive difference.
He did infinitely more damage, but no kills. Time for Tormentor!
Okay.
This one, I'm going to say it goes to Panda.
Wow. Grab ally back. Available.
Would be really good for BetBoom to have that against Duel. Now that's where Grab Ally comes in.
That
it's
is
really good against
very
Legion.
true. That one's insane.
I guess
we
it's
seen,
kinda,
does it cancel Doom? I think we had this.
It shouldn't, but it's kind of nifty against Doom.
Oh, we have Duel's initiation from GPK. Static Storm. They're targeting the Darkseer again. He's invisible for the time being. The Doom finally goes off. As the Blade Mail popped again from C-Smile with the Mystic Flare. The Duel is a victory for him again. And BetBoom, I believe they're just resetting as the War Stomp buys Pure a little bit of time. He's going to continue to be slowed as the buyback now into the Techies, which means EG now will try to back off. Nightfall. This meta is not going to really last that much longer, along with the Exo.
Who did they do?
I heard it go off. I didn't see who it was, though.
I guess it still was in the Darkseer, but he just didn't die. They weren't able to lock onto him.
Which would be the second time this game that that's happened.
I think they just instantly save him really fast with a Glimmer and just get him out of there with Undying Heal and put on a Tombstone.
Does BetBoom actually want to still fight? All right, Pure jumps in. They really want the Darkseer. This time they do stun lock him, getting Force Staff and finally drops. No buyback at all as now the glimpse onto Panda. He can't put his Tombstone down quite yet, but the Mystic Flare just ripping right through GPK. And now the next target looks to be Nightfall.
Oh, Bloodseeker's nasty
No Thunder available. Pakaz is going to continue killing these illusions first. And we'll find Toronto, Tokyo. It looks like Nightfall will get away. Save. Man, the low HP targets from
so
BetBoom really
fast.
starting to... Well, that's the... oh, Pakaz! He might actually die!
Car
the Cinder and Curse again!
Car crash!
Cinder and Curse every single time! And Pakaz suffers the consequences of having Cinderin cast his game and provide any compliments whatsoever.
Can I do anything right in this world? Thank you, Save. That's really nice. I was so hyped. I love when Bloodseeker goes fast.
He's a race car.
He really was.
He was a Ferrari that just went face first into a wall.
Didn't have the airbags installed yet for that one. He crashed really. How did he take such insane damage, actually? So
let's see.
So he's just leaving Save here and going for the next target, leaving this for C-Smile, who, by the way, didn't end up killing him.
Twice.
Oh, it's just 2 mines. He just didn't recount for the mines, right?
Yeah, well, they're hard to click.
They do deal a lot of damage. Very realistic, actually.
Third Roche.
Connecting with mines, crashing is some good lore here.
Indeed. This is it felt like a pretty fast Roche spawn.
Yeah, I think it was.
Maybe time's just flying because I'm having so much fun sitting next to you.
Yep. Having a blast.
That is Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard, which they actually literally forget about.
Okay, they remembered there were 3 items instead of 1. That's good. Yeah, a couple of things in that fight, right? We got to see the thing with just Blink Blade Mail dueling the Legion, or sorry, the Death Prophet just blowing her up. It looked like a pretty bad fight for BetBoom. If it weren't for those mines, I think Pakaz might have just cleaned house. So they've got to be very wary of this on GPK. Wouldn't mind seeing him buying a Linken's this game. I actually think it would be really, really good. I don't know if that Nullifier is worth as much as protecting himself in the fight, but looks to still be sticking with it for now. when he does get Blink Blade Mail Duel, they don't have protection.
Oh, see Smile. Blink Duel available. That's 4 members of BetBoom. Just waiting for you. Make it 5. I couldn't count, Cinderin.
Am I having a stroke or does it smell like burnt toast now?
That's not good.
All right, I'm gonna have some water.
All right, that's a little worrisome. I'm not gonna lie. Burnt toast. Okay.
Do you not feel like it smells a little bit different?
No, I don't.
Something happened here. Don't worry, guys. I'm okay.
Just take a break. I can solo cast for a bit.
Yeah, this water tastes real good right now. Oh. BetBoom, what are you going to do with your ages and cheese? And your toast. A bit of a D-ward here. Oh, there it is.
See Smile with the initiation. Tries to go for the Doom. Who gets Thunder. Nightfall has to be really careful here. He's taking a lot of damage. That is the Aegis, though, but still, that's meta down.
Meta.
He's going to come back as a melee creep. Pops BKB, will attempt to TP out, and will be successful in doing so. No bash, because there is no basher. And C-Smile and company will at least find Toronto Tokyo, along with the original pure kill.
I love Deso on Legion. I'm so happy to see this. I think this item on this hero is actually really, really legit when you play it as a mid. See, Smile does ridiculous damage when he blinks in, and obviously the minus armor he just ripped right through him. That was a pretty farmed Doom that he more or less solo killed in that duel. So, obviously the downfall here of Pure, he has no armor item. He went Crimson Guard, Pipe, BKB.
Oh, you're right. And he got -1 armor this patch.
True. So, might want to have to... I don't know, do you...
Oh, he has Crimson.
Yeah, it's not... It doesn't really help. He didn't pre-pop it. He didn't have time to react.
It gives some armor, technically.
Well... okay.
It does.
I mean, yeah. You're right. It actually gives 8. That was more than I thought.
Well, they get 2 tier 2 towers on top of that. And they're going to pop some mines. Tormentor not quite up yet.
I like the Sunder from Nightfall there, but it's a really big problem for him that he popped meta beforehand.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why that was such a get the hell out of there moment. And they still killed Pure, despite him getting Sundered. He still got nothing off, so just overwhelming damage from EG.
Yeah, I don't know if he got the dual damage. I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Either way, C-Smile sitting on 198 at the moment. And he's starting to hit like a truck. No doubt about it. Has the halberd as well, as we now have a smoke from BetBoom. And Pure's likely going to be leading the way. Although there's a blink on GPK as well. They see Pakaz. He has Lincoln's.
He's pretty tanky. He has Trickster Cloak as well. Should not be underestimated here.
He looks very juicy. Yeah. BetBoom have the high ground. They spot Matthew.
I still think they would love to find the Darkseer. I've said it many times, but they just haven't managed to find him in an isolated
Have we seen
position.
the grab ally yet? Because that is an amazing counter to Doom as well. We didn't really mention that.
It is, but the tricky part is you also want to place a good tombstone. So if it had long pull range, it would be very strong. But most of the time, Panda will be looking to place the tombstone that they can't just break off.
True. Glimpse back, and there's the Darkseer, like you talked about. Will they be able to rip through him? Indeed. He does have buyback, though, so they do have to be careful. BKB and Meta already popped by Nightfall, so the buyback's going to be full value. But here's the duel again onto the Doom, and C-Smile does it again. Pakaz now. Halberd up. Oh my god, is that a double four-step? What was that?
Vacuum when he was
Nightfall
forced.
is in a lot of trouble now, forced to try to fight. Actually, TP'd. Didn't even notice the animation. Toronto Tokyo sacrificed again. So the buyback for 2 kills.
Yeah, he piked. I think he has pike, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, so he piked to the high ground and he got vacuumed at the same time. So it looked like they were playing volleyball with him and they got him down to the low ground. But yeah, no basher on Pakaz yet. He has in his quick buy now though. He's tired of this shit. Like this Terrorblade keeps TPing out.
Yep. And C-Smile with 266 bonus damage.
And every duel victory is another 40 because he gets 38 from the duel and then 2 on the Deso.
Yeah, that's true.
Every kill is very, very valuable to this guy.
It's going to force the buyback now from Toronto Tokyo. We can see that Pure does not have his, but he's going to be back in 15 anyway. So they'll be happy with the tier 3 tower. Oh, they have another glimpse. 2 inside the kinetic field, followed by the silence, but no actual follow-up. Yep, double rupture now.
Yep. Probably going to throw one on the DP for sure. The other one, not so sure, actually. I don't know how important this is in this game right now. It's absolutely a luxury to have, especially when you start running heroes down if they're escaping without TPing, but like most of the time, Terribly is going to be standing still and delivering. The Doom seems to be dueled literally every fight.
Those are the old techie spells, Lair. Come on now.
What did it say?
It showed techie's mines being destroyed and had a picture of the old remote mine and stasis trap. Look at that. So outdated, noobs.
Oh.
Jesus.
I hate Lair so much.
I hate, they do have good shirts, though.
Yeah,
Their shirts very comfortable. Sometimes I just re-wear it, even if I haven't taken a shower. It doesn't matter. It just feels so soft on my skin.
Now, the fact that there actually is something incorrect to point out really goes to show how good of a job they do. We more or less can't put a finger on anything. That is the wrong icon.
That's right.
Okay, well, it's a very, very minor...
Buka, fix it!
Very minor imperfection, but you are correct. Those spells are not available for techies anymore. Do you miss them?
No.
Good. Same.
What
do you think was more annoying? Remote mines or stasis trap?
Remote mines.
You thought remote were more annoying?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would say stasis was.
I disagree.
Stasis was so annoying.
You don't die to them, though.
Oh, that's up for debate. They might not have done the damage, but...
I mean, they were certainly annoying. Anyway, back to the game, which is very even, man.
Yep.
This is the most even game we've cast all day for sure.
Gaben does like the Radiant, though. I think he likes the Darkseer Terrorblade matchup this late in the game. And
does he like that the 4th Roche is going to spawn?
Also likes Legion.
At some point?
Legion's getting big.
Yeah.
Legion infinite scaling.
It is infinite. Oh, Wind Waker.
So a dual save now. GPK is like, all right, if you're going to get dueled every fight, I'll help you. And it is obviously going to be a really big item here.
Can you use that on allies that are BKB'd? I don't think so, right?
I don't remember, but I think you're right.
I feel like
you
you can't, but not sure. Doesn't say anything. Okay, alt, cyclone. Okay, so nothing. It's fine. It's fine.
You're supposed
Smoke
to know
up by
these things.
EG. Double damage rune spawns bottom, but nobody's going to find that for this fight because Roche could technically be up, but it's not up for another 2 minutes. We can see Flesh Golem already popped by Panda.
Yeah, Pakaz's smoke breaks and he instantly uses Trickster Cloak. Oh, this is a wonderful area to fight. I'm sure they would love to be in there.
Yeah, they'll eventually, I mean, the smoke will eventually pop, and then they will take a lot of damage.
Panda in the smoke just walking around looking for mines. He's completely sacrificial. Just love to see it.
Another stalemate at the pit. I'm starting to really enjoy these fights. Oh, the courier? Was that spotted?
Is this
Doesn't
a fight?
look like it.
Meme with guy looking at butterfly.
Radiant's top tower has
I'll
fallen.
pretend to know what that is.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the audience know what that is.
And Techie, I mean, the longer they wait here, the more mines will be spawned.
So a butterfly is a creature that has 2 wings. It's like a little insect.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense now.
Radiant's top
They?
tower
What is going on right now?
Well, eventually, I guess a creep wave will win the game.
I guess so. Somebody could be farming right now. Matthew's going to show himself.
Oh,
Takes over the Watcher.
He got the Watcher.
That's the most action we've seen in the last minute. But
Huge
there's
glimpse.
the glimpse.
But he has the
And
Watcher.
4 staffed out. Back to the stim. Although Nightfall pop meta.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O.
But did they see that with the Watcher? They did not because
No.
they don't have it. And they
They
weren't.
deactivated the Watcher.
Yes, and he's in fog.
tower is under attack.
So
Yeah.
now EG, or now BetBoom doesn't really want to fight, but
But EG
BetBoom,
don't really know.
Yeah, but EG don't know that they don't want to fight, right?
Yeah.
It's all these mind games. They're going to smoke up, and do they actually try to force this now that the meta is still half duration? I mean, he does have Refresher, but that would feel really bad to have to use in an instance like this. And now those techies' minds will be wasted because nobody knows that those Lotus Flowers are ever available anyway. So nobody will traverse into that area of the map. This is actually insane.
Oh.
Because Lincoln's popped and
Instant
nothing.
Trickster Cloak.
Save is gonna blow up on himself with that reactive taser.
Oh, they moved forward.
Yep,
They're
more mines being activated. C-Smile will pop the BKB and nothing again. But there's the rupture and now the duel comes in.
It's a
But there's the
double duel.
Wind Waker. Nightfall pops his BKB and just applying so much pressure to C-Smile, who finally gets crushed. Will buy back into the game as Pakaz trying to gain some life, has to pop the BKB for himself as Nightfall trying to get some space, but he will fall instead. 84 seconds of no Terrorblade. And BetBoom with 2 buybacks have to try and win this fight without their position 1. Pure has to walk through the wall as Pure is just slow to a crawl because of this tombstone. And Pure, despite having the BKB, will likely get bashed and brought down, and indeed that is the case. So 2 dead in the current state of things for BetBoom, which leaves Roche open for the pickings for EG.
And C-Smile, despite dying right in the start of that fight, got 80 damage out of it because he dueled a Lotus Orb.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's a double win.
And
yep, Matthew.
Demining.
Go back.
Demining. Oh, he did remember about the Lotuses. Okay, good boy.
Come on, chicken. Let's see how many there are. That was the last one.
Yep.
You're safe. You can go through.
So Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher again. So no Ags because we are not daytime Roche. They could have waited 30 seconds.
BetBoom have to do something about Pakaz just tearing Nightfall apart every fight. This has been a counterpick to Terrorblade for a bit. Like, teams are running Bloodseeker in general.
He has his shard, right? Yeah.
He just does insane damage to this TP, and he just has so much attack speed and damage that Terrorblade, he can't win the fight. Like, he's just got so much protection as well from the Darkseer. You throw an Illusion in the mix, throw all the buffs in there.
Now C-Smile has that talent that gives him debuff immunity now at 25, and Pakaz and company can now get their first set of racks in the game. What a game it has been from both sides, really.
He's like 6-shotting melee racks on Legion right now. Oh my god, he's also dying to mines.
Don't say anything nice, Cinder, and you will curse them again. Duel coming out.
It's a Lotus duel.
It is. He's gonna catch up. I don't know.
He didn't win it.
Oh, he actually died though right afterwards. As now Pakaz is gonna get off a Rupture on the GPK. They will eventually get the range racks and likely the melee as well. Doom will be back in 5 seconds. Fortifications popped. And yeah, Blood Mist is on. Oh no, actually, he does not have Agnum Scepter. But either way, 2 sets of racks for EG. Still with Aegis, still with Cheese, and still with Refresher Shard. Nightfall in the meta form. So theoretically, EG can just wait this out, although in terms of Refresher Orb, his will be up in 20 seconds anyway. So a full disengage from EG. And yeah, they have to worry about bot. That's a lot of siege creeps.
They just glyph it. That's fine. I think glyphing here is actually really good. Maintain your position on the map. You have a 5v4. Don't send anyone home and risk getting outnumbered in a fight.
Smile has basically 700 damage. He's going to be forced out to safety.
Yep, this meta is running out.
Refresher still, or sorry, Aegis for 3 minutes still.
Oh my god. He just healed like 1,000 from one proc.
He's doing some demining again. Tombstone is down. They're going to be able to kill it before the grab ally comes out. The vacuum, but no wall. Actually, the wall does come out. And they're going to be able to kill the Terrorblade already. He dies right off the bat. And Doom follows suit. EG just have way too much damage. And they're going to take game 1 as a result. He died so fast, I didn't even catch it. My